Hello everyone, welcome to Integrated Medical Biochemistry with Dr. Bijoya. Today's topic is interpretation of abnormal constituents in urine. So, today I have just tried to summarize into one table about various abnormal constituents in urine, the tests that we perform to identify them, the conditions, and the causes. So, let us start with the first abnormal constituent that we'll discuss today, that is the reducing sugars. So currently we'll first discuss only the single component, when only single component is present. So only when reducing sugar is present in the urine, the test that we perform is the Benedict's test, and this condition is known as glycosuria. And the causes of glycosuria may be uh, lactosuria, galactosuria, fructosuria, glucosuria, and pentosuria. So, glycosuria is basically a common term used for the presence of various monosaccharides and disaccharides that are reducing and are excreted in the urine. So, glycosuria doesn't mean that only glucose is present, it may be any of the reducing monosaccharides and disaccharides. Now, the second component we'll discuss is the proteins. So, when we are checking for the presence of proteins, the tests that we performed are the heat coagulation test and the sulfosalicylic acid test. And this condition is known as proteinuria. The causes are pre-renal, renal, and post-renal causes. The chief renal causes are permeability of glomerular filtration barrier, the proximal tubular reabsorption capacity defect, and the large amount of protein that is presented to the glomerulus. So, the third component is the ketone bodies. So, to check the presence of ketone bodies, we do the Rothera's test, and the condition is known as ketonuria. However, Rothera's test cannot detect beta hydroxybutyrate. The condition in which you see ketone bodies in urine is known as starvation, prolonged starvation specifically. The next component is blood. When blood is seen in urine, or when the presence of blood has to be checked, it can be done by the benzodine's test. And the condition in which blood is present in urine, it is commonly termed as hematuria. The causes can be renal cancer, prostate cancer, infection. It can be cystitis, prostatitis, urethritis, calculi, trauma, burn, blunt trauma, exercise, and it may also be renal stones. Now, bilirubin, when is present, the main test, there are a number of tests by which we can detect bilirubin in urine, but Fauchett's test is the most reliable one, and uh, generally in urine only conjugated bilirubin is present. The common term is bilirubin urea, and the conditions in which conjugated bilirubin is seen in urine may be hepatic jaundice or obstructive jaundice. So, this slide completes the presence of single abnormal constituents or components in urine and their causes. So, in continuation to the table above, this here now we will discuss about the presence of two abnormal constituents in the urine sample, the tests that we will perform to confirm them, the conditions and their causes. So now let us start with the first combination, that is reducing sugar and protein. When reducing sugar and protein are present together in one sample, uh, and we are checking for their presence, we will perform Benedict's test for reducing sugar and heat coagulation test for the protein. So it's important to remember which test is for which abnormal constituent. Now, when both are present together, this condition is diabetic nephropathy, and generally reducing sugar is present in the urine when it crosses the renal threshold of 180 milligrams per deciliter, which means when in circulation the glucose is more than 180 milligrams per deciliter, then the kidney is no longer able to reabsorb it, but it starts appearing in the urine. Now, because of this excess amount of glucose in circulation and the increased load on the glomerulus, there is nephropathy, which is due to the diabetes, and there is increased concentration of glucose in circulation, which damages the glomerulus. So, even proteins start filtering out. So, this leads to both presence of reducing sugar and protein. Now, the second combination that we may look into is the presence of reducing sugar and ketone body together. When both these components are together, uh, the tests we perform are the Benedict's test for reducing sugar and the ketone bodies for the ketone bodies we perform Rothera's test, and this is known generally seen in diabetic ketoacidosis, which is abbreviated as DKA, and it is generally seen in lack of insulin, certain drugs, infection, stress, sepsis, urinary tract infection, and insulin resistance. So, because of insulin resistance, there is lack of utilization of glucose, and acetyl CoA starts forming more of ketone bodies for vital organs. Now, the next component, abnormal components that we will see is the bile salt and bile pigment, which we just discussed that bile, generally the conjugated form of bilirubin is present in urine as an abnormal constituent. Unconjugated form cannot cross the renal threshold because it is attached with the albumin, so it cannot cross the glomerular barrier. So, when both bile salts and bile pigments are present, for bile salts, we do the Hayes sulfur powder test. The link for this test I will provide below. And for bile pigments, we do the Fauchett's test. There are a number of tests available, but this is the most reliable one and which creates least confusion. So, when both these components are present, it is generally seen in obstructive jaundice. Now, the obstruction is of the normal flow of bile from liver into intestines. The causes of obstruction may be cholelithiasis, carcinoma of pancreas, biliary stricture, cholangitis, choledochal cysts, lymph node enlargement, and pancreatitis, to name a few. Now you can also see this arrow here in the previous slide also you saw. For all the tests, the strip test is available. So when we want to distinguish between reducing sugar and uh, glucose urea, then the strip test may be used. So please like, share and subscribe to my channel, and do not forget to hit the bell icon. Thank you.